So, whilst we're on the topic.
You're having trouble speaking, Sam.
Yeah, a little bit. Whilst we're on the topic of I'm a Celebrity, Nigel Farage has gone in there.
Every time I hear him talking, I'll start busting up. He makes me laugh so much. I know he f***ed the country over. I know he came in with all these promises that I don't even know what Brexit is. I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like everything got worse.
Isn't it funny? You know, when I came here 17 years ago, and I said that I wanted to lead a campaign to get Britain to leave the European Union, you all laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you?
This guy knows what he's doing. There was a clip of him saying to somebody else, like, oh, he didn't get chosen for a challenge. He was like, oh, I'm sad I didn't get chosen for the challenge. And then he goes up to the girl and he goes, when you do a challenge, that's 25% of airtime.
What?
So he's basically trying to say you want to get picked for the challenges because then you're getting shown more on TV.
Oh, okay.
But that's not why I was bringing up his name. So Lorraine Kelly has... somebody brought up Nigel Farage having a shower whilst in the jungle, and I think he must have been naked.
Ever want to see Nigel Farage in the shower?
Don't worry, I'm not showing you that. But they brought it up, and then she made a comment about him, and now everyone is slamming her, saying she needs to get fired. It's awful what she's done because they're saying that she was body shaming him. I'm going to show you the clip. It's a really, really short clip of what she says, and you tell me what you make of it and if you think this is really bad what she's done, because no one likes Nigel Farage, but everyone's on his side in this instance. So
do you know what? I don't like Nigel Farage, but I do kind of like him as well. Every time I see him, I start laughing. Like his face makes me laugh, and then when he starts talking, I start laughing as well. So I don't like him because I think he's a nice guy, although I don't know him. He might be. I doubt it after what he did to the UK, but it's just his face. He's got such a funny face that when I see him, you'll see me on my phone smiling.
Okay, right. Okay.
You'll think I'm talking to a girl. I'm just looking at Nigel Farage.
That's how I am with the group chat.
Yeah.
If I think I'm talking to a guy and I'm just looking at a group chat. Before I show you this video now, just because of what you said, what do you mean by he's got a funny face?
He just has one of those faces that you could just slap and never get bored. Like he's got a very slappable face, and it almost looks cartoonish. Like he looks like a British cartoon villain. Like he looks like he would be the villain of Mr. Bean.
All right, you're Lorraine Kelly part 2, but okay. So we might need to sack you off Midnight Rubbish.
What, for cussing Nigel Farage's face?
Yeah.
I cuss everyone's face.
Watch it.
What, 59? He's got plenty of years ahead of him. Maybe he wants to get going again.
Is he only 59? I thought he was a hell of a lot older than that. That's astonishing. Just shows you get the face you deserve. Yeah. Frankly.
I don't know why Lorraine's talking. She looks like... I'll stop there. But the only reason I cuss people all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to sound hypocritical, but these people will go on TV. Like, I don't care if someone body shames me, right?
I know what you're going to say, yeah.
I don't care if someone body shames me. I mean, you see in the group chat, they cuss me all the time. We all cuss each other. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But if you body shame a woman on TV, you're fucked. You are fucked. You body shame. I've seen them on The View and Loose Women or whatever those stupid rubbish shows that they put on TV in the morning, insulting men like at length. But the minute a guy says something about a woman's body, like when Lizzo was on the front cover of some magazine, like a beauty magazine or something she was on. I'm sorry, what's Lizzo doing on a beauty magazine? Let's not be childish now. But if I was on a network saying that, like on ITV, I would be absolutely roasted. Yet I bet you any money, if they had who's an overweight dude, people like let's say Ricky Gervais, right? He's not overweight anymore, but when he was a bit more chubby, let's say he was on a magazine or something, I guarantee you they'll rip into him, they'll cuss him out, and no one will say anything because no one ever says anything about men. When it's a woman doing it to a man, but when a man does it to a woman, oh, the gates of hell open. So fuck those women. I'm on Nigel Farage's side.
What you said is exactly it, but everyone is talking out and making a big thing out of it. So it's not like it's, do you know what I mean?
They should.
It's about time.
Hold these women to the same standards they hold us. I don't mean to sound like I'm hating or anything, but this happens all the time. You'll speak to a woman. She'll say to you, I only like tall guys, right? It's a preference. Say to a guy says to you, I don't like overweight girls. Or you're body shaming. You're discriminating. Yeah. You say to a woman will say to you, I like dating older men. It's a preference. A man will say, I like younger women. Legal. I like younger women. Oh, he's grooming her. A woman will say all kinds of things and it will be a preference. A man will say the exact opposite. He's grooming, he's body shaming, he's a misogynist. No, fuck those women.
I mean, this guy done a TikTok about it. He's got a weird filter on the face. I don't know what's going on.
I was going to say, what?
Yeah, but he basically says what you were saying.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if you want to watch it or not.
I'm sure every guy would say that. Like it's every single time you ask a woman about her preferences, that's what it is. It's a preference. No matter what they say about men, height, body weight, occupation, age, location, anything, race. A guy wants to go abroad now. Oh, he's going abroad to groom them. But if a woman goes abroad to look for a man, which does happen, it happens quite often actually. People just don't realize it. No one says anything. They label us passport bros. A man says, I don't like fat chicks. He's body shaming. I don't like tall women. Oh, he's got a problem with, he's I don't know what the word you would use for that. Anything a man says, they will grill us for it. So yeah, every single time a woman says stuff like this on TV now, on these networks where they'd otherwise rip us, rip them to shreds. I don't know about losing her job. That seems a bit extreme. I don't want to be as petty as them, but she should definitely catch some flames for that. Definitely catch some flames. Maybe I'll start watching I'm a Celebrity. It looks interesting.
Yeah, it is quite interesting to be fair. I mean, I wish I had more time to actually sit and watch it.
Yeah.
It's all going down. And then Nella Rose has been having arguments with Nigel Farage about like Brexit and...
Really?
Yeah, but it's like...
I don't think he'll win that one.
Saying, yeah, do you want to see it?
Yeah, go on.
Should we throw it in there? It's just...
Nigel Farage cannot win a Brexit argument. There's no way. Everything is worse right now.
You say that, but everyone in the comments is like cussing her out.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll take that back then. I don't know much about Brexit, but when I look around, everything seems worse. And that it felt like that. Like, obviously, COVID made things worse as well. Astronomically worse. But I feel like Brexit really hurt us. And I remember the morning, I was driving with my friend to work. And it was the morning after Brexit came in. Do you remember on the buses, it was like, oh, we're going to give all this money to the NHS and we're going to do this, that and the other. And then Nigel Farage went on TV and it was like, I never said that.
£350 million a week we send to the EU, which we will no longer send to the EU. Can you guarantee that's going to go to the NHS?
No, I can't. And I would never have made that claim.
At 8 in the morning, I hadn't even had my tea yet. And my man was already lying. I'll never forget that. Me and my friend were in the car at the traffic light cracking up. We were like, this guy yesterday said we're going to give this much to NHS. The next day, not 24 hours later, saying I didn't say that.
I think this conversation would have gone better if it was handled by someone who had more...
She knew what she was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't challenge Nigel Farage on Brexit because I look around and things look worse, but I don't know what I'm saying. It just that's how it looks to me.
Well, I don't regret anything I've said about Europe or borders. Not at all. No, none of it works.
So sorry, all the tea is coming out now. So basically...
But this is what I was saying to you.
Apparently you're anti-immigrants.
Who told you that?
Oh, the internet.
Well, there we are then. It must be true. It must be true.
It must be.
It must be true.
Okay, but then why don't black people like you?
You'd be amazed they do. You'd be amazed.
Nigel!
If you
I like Nigel more than you, I'll tell you that. What kind of stupid comment is that? The internet told me, why don't black people like you? What the fuck? She is 10 years. She's got the brain of a 10-year-old.
you came with me, if you came with me, if you came with me through South London, you'd be astonished.
Oh, wow. What were you doing in South London, Nigel?
Well, I'm there every day.
You're in South.
from South.
Wait, sorry. I'm so sorry to be short.
He's
What are
from-
you doing? Sorry.
He's from South
I
London.
travel through South London.
So
on any
everyone
issue.
hates you for no reason. Well,
No,
not that
no,
everyone
no,
hates
no,
you. That
no,
was
no.
so bad.
No,
but like, sorry,
you
don't
can,
call me back.
you can disagree with somebody,
Yeah.
but to chuck around accusations the way that they've been chucked around is grossly unfair. Anti-immigrant, right? No. All I've said is we cannot go on with the numbers coming to Britain that are coming. Do you know why?
I'm one of the numbers.
Right. So that's it then. So should it be 5 million a year, 10 million?
Question,
No,
right?
you don't seem to understand.
Nigel, hang on.
Those immigrants that are coming in.
And
Nella is not qualified to talk about this, okay? A country can only take so many people before their own start getting the brunt of it. I don't know what that number is, but that's a fair conversation to have. Whether Nigel is wrong or right, she is not the one that should be challenging him on it. She don't know jack shit about immigration, and she's going to try and make it
Or
personal
housing,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, all she's done is make ad hominem attacks on him. She hasn't said anything where she's pulled it from empirical data. She has no idea what she's talking about. She's echoing things she's heard on TikTok. I can stand here and admit to you that whilst everything looks worse to me, I can't stand in front of Nigel Farage and put forward a good argument. He would shut me down. I'm sure somebody else could. And, you know, she should pull her head out of her ass and realize that as well. She knows less than I do. Her argument was, everyone hates you. Why don't black people like you? I'm an immigrant. Okay.
Hang on.
Had you have been in power a bit later?
So long about immigrants.
Listen, since 2000, the British population has increased by 10 million. 10 million.
Yeah, we're
Good
growing.
thing. Right?
Good thing, unless you want a GP appointment.
Right.
Good thing,
Okay, hang
unless
on,
you want
can
your
I-
So
kid.
I'm stopping you from getting a GP appointment.
You're
You're not getting an appointment because the NHS is lacking funding. I bet you anything here, if every single immigrant or somebody from immigrant descent was to leave the UK,
What, we'd be
doctors, all your doctors,
Nurses.
gone.
Oh, I know,
'Cause
I know.
Most of your doctors are Asian, right?
Which is
most of
wrong.
your nurses are African women, right?
Don't you understand what I'm saying?
You want us gone. That's all I understood.
Stop it. Stop it.
But
That's
that's
not.
what you're trying to say because we're
you're
not. We're
You just don't want
overcomplicating.
more people come in. Is that what you're
Nella,
trying
you're
to
not
say?
listening
Why not?
to a single word I'm saying.
I am listening to you.
No, you're not. You're not. You're dealing with this out
I'm
of a
disagreeing
position.
with you.
Right.
It's okay for us to disagree on this.
We can agree to disagree if you listen.
I am listening to you.
No, you're not.
I'm just not
No,
trying to
you're both
understand
listening.
where you're coming from because it's a scary place to
Yeah,
me.
it's scary
To you.
to me
Okay,
too.
fine. So you don't think we have a population problem?
No.
Fine.
That's it.
Fine.
And
we'll
we can be
disagree.
cool.
We'll disagree on
We're
that.
cool.
I know somebody like this, and you know who it is, where you try to say something, you try to make a point, and they don't let you finish the point, and then they start rattling off like they know what they're talking about. She doesn't know jack shit about immigration. Now, yeah, a lot of people over here from other countries have taken up occupations that help the country. But that doesn't just mean that you let everybody in. Not everybody can come over here. It's not going to work for all of us. Now, I don't think Nigel Farage got to make a point in there, like to really defend himself. And even with that, even with the fact that he couldn't get up his word across, I still side with him more because she was chatting shit. She doesn't know what she's talking about, saying, you want me gone. She's making it personal again.
Yeah.
She's trying to make it emotional. If anybody is watching that and taking Nella's side, you have to know that you are an emotional, reactionary person. You're not logical in any way.
Yeah, I mean, she was not trying to let him speak, so he was unable to get any point across. She then said, I'm listening, but I just don't want to understand your point, or something along them lines.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, I think by the end of that conversation, he got to a point where he thought, you know what, I'm wasting my breath. This is actually a waste of a conversation.
Yeah.
And he just ended it there. And you know what? Props to him for that, because I would have lost patience.
Yeah, I want to say this to anyone that's watching. If you're the kind of person that doesn't let somebody else talk, chances are you're the idiot in the conversation.
Thanks.
Chances... What? You let me talk all the time.
That's not what you say to me.
No, in the beginning, you would not let me talk.
So do I not do it anymore?
No, you don't. Apart from what you just did.
Oh, what, just now?
Yeah. But if you're the kind of person that can't let somebody finish a point, it's usually because you know what they're about to say next is going to stump you. That's why people do it. I always say, let someone make their point, because if you know what you're talking about, they're going to hang themselves. If someone says something dumb, let them talk. Let them finish. They're going to hang themselves and you can pick them apart. But people that constantly interrupt and don't let people finish their points know the conversation is going to go somewhere that they can't carry it. That's all it is. An intellectual person will let somebody else finish their sentence and then pick them apart. Nella Rose is not one of those people. And that's why she kept talking over him. She was just talking shit. Stuff that she's heard from TikTok or Instagram. She has no idea what she's talking about. And even though Nigel Farage couldn't finish his sentence, I agree with him. I agree with him over her. As a matter of fact, anyone has a conversation with Nella Rose, I agree with them. She's too stupid to have a conversation with. I don't think anyone should engage her. And next time, hopefully, that if we do another covering of... What's this show called again?
I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here.
Next time we do it, hopefully she won't be there. Hopefully she's gone. Go back to doing YouTube videos or whatever it is you're doing, man. Don't try to have conversations about immigration and Brexit and whatnot. Just